What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, My Desire, and the one and only Jazz is back in the building. What's going on, boo?
Hey, hey, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
How y'all feeling? How you feeling?
Listen, I'm feeling like I need to go back on vacation. Okay.
Ah,
But I'm gonna just live with the tan and be like,
there you
oh,
go.
I'm trying to look in the mirror.
There
So
you
I'm
go.
good. But let's get into this because this episode was wiggity wiggity whack.
It was dry. Yeah.
And I just feel like they could have did so much more with it. It's not a lot to talk about. So we'll start with Sondi. It ain't shit happening with Sondi except for the fact that she broke up with Amari. And Amari is a child, so yeah, she's going to take it exactly how she took it, which was, you'll find somebody great eventually, and you still come to my party as long as you buy me a gift. Same thing I would have said if I were a kid. I'm confused. Like, what did you expect?
Exactly. I was looking forward to the episode to be juicy. How they gonna end it out juicy just to get it returned like that? I was like, womp womp. I
Yeah.
wanted it to be like a deep discussion, like so that way people who are in that position can kind of relate to it, like more
Yeah.
deeper, more like what would you say if you really weren't trying to marry this man or
They
woman?
cheated us by not giving us
Yeah.
conversation between her and Matt, and I really don't like it. I think it was kind of janky. Like, it
Yeah.
just feels like they're missing, like they're just it's so many
I-
missed loopholes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was
not
missing a lot of
loopholes, but
ingredients.
yeah, just missing some ingredients. There you go. They were like trying to bake the cake and forgot to put the eggs in. Like, so how you finna bake this cake? Like, I'm confused. So
Right.
Sandy is doing whatever. She's having her feels about it, and I get it. We see her,
Mhm,
sitting around while she's supporting Renee and looking at the
mhm.
old pictures and stuff, and it's just like it's not giving.
Yeah, it
It's not.
wasn't really given. Even the fact that, we kind of got this episode in a little turnaround with the whole like Nana dying, when I didn't really want this episode to be like a drastic event to have happened. I wanted it,
Yeah,
it was just like, no, that should have happened a little bit later,
yeah,
like maybe
yeah.
like next episode.
I agree. We'll go to Renee last because she's probably got the most going on. But
Yeah.
let's go over to your girl Whitney and her drama and dramatic. So like right now she's being childish, very attention
Mhm.
seeking, like she gets to her parents, obviously. They still love Ola. Ola's been around forever. Obviously, he
Mhm.
sent them their favorite wine, and
Yeah.
the dad is being childish because he's mad that his baby isn't married. I think that was funny. It was cute because you think that it's usually going to be the mom that does all the extra stuff, and so the fact that it was the dad was kind of cool. But
Yeah.
I mean, like even they don't hold her accountable for her behavior. To at least
Mhm.
say like, well, what happened or what's going
Mhm.
on? What do you think? They're just missing substance in these episodes, and I'm just like,
I agree. It definitely wasn't really giving enough. But and then especially being of a certain age, like I was waiting for more mature conversations. Like I could have seen that if your kid was like 20, all
mm-hmm,
right, broke off a wedding or something. All right, parents may be disappointed because he was a good catch. And but more so like she just wanted them to side with her. And I could get that because sometimes
yeah,
parents are so pushy. Parents can be pushy. It's like,
mm-hmm,
you got to hurry up. I want some grandbabies. It could be very pressurous.
mm-hmm.
So, just to seeing them like understand why or be like, okay, I side with you. Like I can't
Right.
be over here. Like I had a whole dream set up with this magical man. I thought everything was gonna be perfect. Didn't work out.
Right. That's
But
not how it happened. And I get it. We all talk, it's not something that you don't really want to talk about their breakup after because we still don't know how long. I mean, I'm just gonna give the timeline, let's just say 3-4 months,
yeah.
so it's been a little bit and now it's time for her to kind of like move
Mm.
on. She decided she wants to get on a dating app and she's 3 swipes in and your
It's
boy
not
Ola.
giving. She kind of I'm not gonna lie, she kind of messed up with Olu because not a lot of women, I mean, not a lot of men can kind of deal with a woman like that, so structured and so super career driven. I think one of the ladies was like, see, y'all millennial career driven women. She said something about like not trying to pop out no babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like understand that there's a lot of people our age that are not tripping off of having kids. You know,
Yeah.
it's more like, let's make this money, let's get this bag, this opportunities is here. And parents can be pushy because of that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so I was like, okay, you know, that little comment resonated a little bit.
They were sprinkling a little bit of
A
the
little bit.
millennial shade, you know.
Yeah.
The millennial shade was coming through, but I mean, you know, we get it.
Baby boomers.
And yeah, they are baby boomers. And you know, so four swipes in, we see her land on Ola's page or his profile, and she's like, "Oh no, like swipe left, no, block him, no, throw my phone in the trash." And you know,
Yeah.
what I mean, hey, listen, Doctor Ola, because I'm not even gonna try to botch his last name in the show, but Doctor Ola's showing off, you know, the abs and the workout sweat and
Who
whatnot.
ain't gonna
And
slide in his DMs? Like, let's keep it real. He ain't gonna be
everybody is
single too long.
sliding.
She's tripping.
Everybody sliding in Ola's DM.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, he's not gonna have no problems at all. Like,
None.
not at all. Whitney might have a little bit. I mean, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, but you know, it's just that she's just too. She gives me too much like stone
Well, not
vibes.
even Stone. I feel like she feels a little entitled, like a little bit like
Mhm.
you know. And then this is no shade because people might try to come for me for this comment, but no shade. I feel like she has that light skin syndrome. Like, oh, look at me. You know, even when they get to Renee's family's house, and she's like, oh, River has always had a crush on me, and then he like completely ignores her, and she's like, you know. And so for me, it's
Yeah.
like, girl, what are we doing here? Like, you a whole grown up. If this man don't address you, he just don't address you. Like, keep it pushing, but again, I
Yeah.
just feel like they are missing the mark with these episodes. There's substance is non-existent. It's not enough. Like I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm just. I'm confused. Are you trying to be a comedy or are you trying to be serious? Because even in living singles comedic nature, there was so much seriousness that we could actually grasp. There was substance
Mhm.
there, you know what I mean? So I'm just
Mhm.
confused as to like the direction that they're going in right now. And I
Yeah.
want more for the women, because I feel like if you're gonna have a show about black women, don't, you know what I mean, like don't do this.
Right. Don't have asset. We gotta go all in. Either
Yeah,
you gonna go all in or go home.
go hard to go home. And
But it was just
right
this
now,
episode. I mean, maybe they had to just put a filler in. So, you know, hopefully this next episode gonna be real juicy.
it better
But
be.
you know, as we side swiping, we're sliding Whitney to the left.
We
Let me
sliding
get
Whitney
this
to the left, and
right.
we
Or
pulling Renee profile up because sis got a lot. Okay, I feel like this is the first time we get to see like a little bit of, I don't even know, because at first I'm like, oh, you know, she's home. They're already like talking about the town car that she got because the job is treating her right, not knowing that it's the new dude she's dating. And then there's like, well, you know, we're at the funeral home talking about the cost of the packages, and the mom's like, well, do you have the money we need or not? And it's like, oh, maybe
mm,
she stayed away because she was being financially abused. Like, you know, they
mhm,
was using her for her money. And
mhm.
I don't know, like what did you get from that particular interaction?
What I did, I felt like, you know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I was
Mm,
like, the way that the mom was acting to Renee, she kind of sprinkled that on Jason, you
mm,
know, and then seeing that made it all make sense in my
that's a good point.
perspective. Yeah, I was like, now I see why. Or maybe, you know, well, I forgot who broke up with who, either Jason did, but it seemed like Jason still wanted to work things out with Renee.
Yeah, Renee broke up with
But
him.
yeah, but it's just like the verbal bullying came from the mom. I mean, even though you've seen some empathetic moments, it was just more like the standards were way too high. It's like my mama can't be buried on the front. Like, let's keep it real. If you ain't got the money, you ain't got the money.
Right.
You know, like at least you're able to bury. And
Yeah.
then seeing, you know, like our community not being knowledgeable of like life insurance and stuff like that kind of made me feel some type of way too. I'm like, yo, I
Yeah.
know she had like a little life insurance, but like a something.
Again, missed opportunity, something they could have brought up, because it would have been good to talk about something like that that's not readily talked about in the black community, not in a show kind of way. They, of course, we
Hmm.
have commercials, infomercials, stuff like that,
Hmm.
but in a show aspect, I can't think off the top of my head the last time that I've seen a show where we actually talked about, you know, life insurance. And
Hmm.
I didn't even think about what you said, so that's a really good point, that Renee is projecting kind of her mom's behavior that her mom's been doing to her, she's now doing to Jason. And, you know, of course, she's trying to come up with a eulogy. She can't get it. Ella sends her something that's really nice and heartfelt, and she gets that. She's getting ready to read it, and she sees Jason come through, and this is after telling her mom that it's the guy she's seeing, and she hasn't filed for divorce. Her mom's like, you haven't filed for divorce, you barely got a job, like what, all this stuff happening. And I'm kind of like, although the mom is not saying it in the right way, I do agree. Renee has a lot happening. You got a lot going on. So how do you get to focus on, or what are you focusing on furthermore?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still not a fan, bro. Like the whole thing about dating this guy because he's well established, and um
How do we feel about Jason though popping up? I kind of like that he showed up. It just shows that he's a really good guy, and I feel like at that moment kind of made Renee look bad that this guy is really a good guy, and for you to like not believe in him, and then he's projecting his successes with her, and that he's doing all right, like and she's doing all right. I
right.
mean, you know,
The
but
CBD pet snacks is taking off.
yeah, right. I thought, yeah, it's just she's all over the place. I feel like she lost a good catch. Jason's trying to, somewhat win her over. Like he pays attention to the details. Like they were married
Yeah.
still technically, so he probably doesn't want to be unmarried, low key.
No, he definitely doesn't. He really does want to try, but again, this is my problem. To me, I would, in one line, this is, oh, you think the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really what it is. She thinks the grass is green on the other side, and the grass is green where you water it. I need them to say the
hmm
whole sentence. You think the grass is greener on the other side, but the grass is greener where you water it, right? So for
Exactly.
me, it's just I don't. Again, this happens often. We're not gonna say that
hmm
it doesn't happen. We know it happens on both sides of the fences, whether it's with
hmm
black women and black men. But
hmm
to see this like play out, this man, done went high and low searching for this thing that your grandmother had so that he can bring it back to you. He finds it, he comes in, and in comes your driver letting you know that, your ride to the private airport is going to be 45 minutes. And it's just like,
Right. Yeah, that scene was like, I felt bad for Jason, but Jason probably already knew what it was.
oh yeah, when she said
Yeah.
a friend, like,
Yeah, she's like stuck between two people because low key when he showed up, she was just like, look, Mitch, we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it because she really wanted to smash him,
mm-hmm.
you know. But then she got pressed in. So it's like a coin toss at this point.
But is it though? Because this is the question. The question begs to differ, and it was a show. It was some other show that I was watching, right? And they were like, "Well, why does she have to choose between love and money?
hmm
Why can't you have both?" But the
hmm
reality of it is it's usually one is less than the other. Like if you have more money, somebody is willing to do all these things. Well, let me rephrase that because that's not true. What I'm just saying is sometimes it appears that one is more than the other. So a lot of times when somebody who is giving you their all their love and affection, maybe they don't have the funds as of right now. And the
hmm
people who have the funds usually don't have a lot of time to spare, which equals to most people affection and love. So
Amen.
for me, it's like I could see if there was a real valid reason for dumping Jason, right? Like he
Mhm.
blew the money and was dusty and wasn't doing
Yeah.
nothing at all. That's different. But he's saying like I gave up something I wasn't happy with to do something that I love, and I
Mhm.
just need you to support me. Now again, there should have been a conversation about their money because it was a joint account. So I
Mhm.
get that part, but not enough to just give up. You know what I mean? That's what
Right.
marriage counseling is for. So
Amen. I feel that like where's the loyalty at this point? And I always tell people you can always, make money. That's not a problem. I mean, you could be stripping on the pole and making thousands and thousands of dollars, okay?
right.
But like being in a relationship, you are supposed to support each other's dreams, because you never know where it may land. This Jason might be out here about to be a billionaire too. And
Listen,
then
he
you have
might
somebody who
end up.
genuinely loves you. Because
Mhm.
Preston is just like, I think he said something like, I'm not perfect. I can't give you it all, but I'm rich. He said something like that, like, I'm not perfect.
Well, no, he just said I'm not perfect. I can't tell you it's gonna be all perfect over here.
Yeah.
but I can just say that I would like to get to know you, you know, and I'm unsure or
Yeah.
something of that nature. And I
Yeah.
mean, I think that they're both genuinely good guys, but we've
Hmm.
known Jason longer. And my
Hmm.
thing is, you're willing to give up on Jason simply because he did something that you didn't like. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
a, where's the
She gave up too quick.
communication? Yeah,
She gave up way too quick, and it shows her character. You know, like it's gonna be a loss for her.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be a loss for her. He seems like a really good guy. Like he said, he's standing by her. You know, supporting her dream
yeah.
too. But it wasn't reciprocated in the beginning. But he was just, saying, good luck to whatever you do, or I'm proud that you got out of Eclipse or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
I mean, you know, we'll see, right? Because I'm interested to see what the folks are gonna think about it because there's been a lot of like not in our comments, but elsewhere when people are talking about that, was like, oh, everybody wants black women to struggle, and it's like, nah, we don't want you to struggle. We don't want you to make stupid decisions either, right? Like you
Mhm.
in a marriage with somebody, which means at one point in time you loved, cared, had affection for this
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
and you thought that this was your person, and you're telling me that just because this person made a career change that you're willing to just be like, nah, I'm out, like deuces, like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why they always say before you get married, go deal with this person when they're dealing with trauma, when they lose a job, like at the worst state, all 5 stages. So
Mm-hmm.
that way you know what you're signing up for. Because sometimes people get married and they need to start uncovering things as the marriage prolongs.
Mm-hmm.
Like shoot,
Yeah.
it took me 12 years to get married, and I feel like I'm still getting to know my man.
Listen, you always gonna be getting to know your person. That's what makes a healthy marriage, though. I mean, I've never been married, but I've been in therapy. I read some books. I've seen some shows. I learned some things,
know?
and
Yeah.
when the time comes, I'm gonna be ready. Okay,
Ready to rock and roll.
it's not gonna be peaches and cream, but I do feel like
Right.
fight for your people. You know what I mean? Fight for your person.
Yeah.
That's what you really want. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like, I know y'all think I'm hating on your girl Renee, if that's your girl, but she got some shit with her. She got some shit with her. She need to get it together. What y'all feel about Whitney? Her little fake ass cry moment, and Sondi, self-loathing because she wishes Omari missed her a little bit more. So tell us your thoughts, what you think. You know what I mean? We getting deeper into these episodes. I hope that we get a little bit deeper into these characters. And so you know what it is.
You know where to find us.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.